How much does it cost to start Amazon FBA? This is the question everyone asks before starting Amazon FBA. You've probably seen people claiming you can start with just a few $100s, while others say you need tens of thousands. Today, I'm going to break it down, the real cost, so you can make an informed decision about whether Amazon FBA fits your budget. Here is the truth. Amazon FBA startup cost can range anywhere from $500 to $30,000 depending on your approach and goals. But that's a huge range. So let me break it down exactly what goes into each scenario and help you figure out what's realistic for your situation. First, let's understand what we are actually paying for. Amazon FBA is not just about listing products and hoping they sell. You are essentially starting a real business with inventory, marketing, legal requirements, and ongoing operational costs. The beauty of FBA is that Amazon handles the logistics, but that convenience comes with fees that directly impact your profitability. If you are getting value from this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps me grow this channel and brings even more free training to entrepreneurs like you. Now, something exciting. I'm holding a 5-day challenge called the 50-day sales challenge, where I will walk you through my exact process for finding products opportunity that consistently sell 50 or more units per day. These are not theories. They are the same research method have used to uncover products that have generated millions in revenue. And here's the truth. You can have great marketing, beautiful branding, all the bells and whistles, but if you are not selling something people actually want, you will always feel stuck. This challenge is small on purpose, so I can work closely with everyone who joins. If it sounds like something that could move your business forward, check the link in the description or the comment to grab your spot before it fills up. And here is the best part. By the end of the 5 days, you will walk away with well-researched 10 to 25 curated products that you can launch immediately on Amazon, Shopify, or even TikTok Shop. All right, let's get back into it. Let's start with the absolute minimal cost you will face no matter what. These are the unavoidable expenses that every FBA seller must pay. Your Amazon seller account is the foundation. Amazon offers 2 options: individual plan at 99 cents per sale or a professional plan at $39.99 per month. If you are serious about FBA, choose professional. Here's why. Once you sell more than 40 items monthly, professional becomes cheaper. More importantly, it gives you access to bulk listing tools, advertising options, and detailed analytics you will need to compete. Next, you will need a barcode from JS1, which costs $30. Amazon requires this global trading identification number to track your product in their system. You can skip this. It's mandatory for every product you sell. So your absolute minimal Amazon related costs are $70 for the first month, $40 for professional account, plus $30 for the barcode. That's assuming you already have products to sell. But that $70 doesn't include the biggest expense, inventory. This is where costs vary dramatically based on your business model. If you are doing retail arbitrage, buying discounted products from stores to resell on Amazon, you might start with $500 to $1,000 in inventory. You will spend weekends hunting deals at clearance rack, but your upfront cost stays low. Online arbitrage works similarly, but you are sourcing product online instead of driving to stores. The inventory costs are comparable, but you will save time and gas money. For private label products, creating your own branded products, most new sellers invest anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000 for initial inventory. This includes ordering samples, which typically cost $50 to $500 before you commit to a large order. Let me give you a realistic private label example. Say you find a kitchen gadget that costs $3 to manufacture. To start with 250 units, you would invest $750 in inventory, but that's just the product cost. You also need to factor in shipping from your suppliers to Amazon warehouse, which can add, say, $300 to $1,000 depending on size and weight. Now let's talk about the ongoing fees that eat into your profit. Amazon referral fees typically ranges from 6% to 45% of your selling price depending on category, but most products have a standard 15% referral fee. FBA fulfillment fees depends on product size and weight. This usually costs a few dollars per item and cover picking, packing, and shipping. For a standard size product weighing 1 pound, expect about $3 to $4 in fulfillment fees. Storage fees are charged monthly based on cubic feet during off-peak seasons from January through September. Then standard size product costs 0.78p per cubic foot per month. During Q4 peak season from October to December, this jumps to $2.40 per cubic foot, roughly 3 times higher. And here is something many beginners don't realize. Amazon introduced aged inventory surcharge fees starting at 181 days instead of the old 365 days long-term storage fee. If your product don't sell quickly, storage costs can destroy your profit. Beyond basic Amazon fees, you will have business setup cost. If you are operating as a business rather than individual, factoring business registration fees, which may vary but typically range from $50 to $300. Product samples are crucial before committing to a large order, and expect to spend $50 to $150 testing different suppliers and variations of product. This might seem small, but it's essential to avoiding costly mistakes. Let's discuss tools and software costs. This can add up quickly. Product research tools help you find profitable product opportunities. These subscriptions range from $20 to $226 per month. Popular options include Helium 10, Jungle Scout, Viral Launch. Why these tools are not mandatory, they can significantly improve product selection success rate. For inventory management, accounting software, and other business tools, budget another $50 to $200 monthly. Again, you can start without this, but they become essential as you scale. Marketing costs are often overlooked, but critical for success. Amazon PPC advertising can make or break your product launch. Initial product launch campaigns may require $500 to $2,000 to gain traction and generate initial reviews. Don't underestimate this expense. Without advertising, your product might never get discovered among millions of listings. So plan to spend 15 to 30% of your revenue on advertising, especially in the beginning. Now let's put together some realistic budget scenarios. The bootstrap approach. You can technically start Amazon FBA with $500 to $1,000. This means choosing very low-cost products, minimal inventory, and doing everything yourself. You will use free tools, handle all prep work personally, and reinvest every penny of profit back into inventory. This approach requires a significant time investment and limits your product options, but it is possible. The moderate approach ranges from $2,000 to $5,000. This gives you more flexibility in product selection, allows for some paid tools, and provides buffer for unexpected costs. Most successful new sellers fall into this range. Then we have the aggressive approach that requires $20,000 to $30,000 to do it right. This budget allows for multiple products, professional product photography, high quality branding, comprehensive marketing campaign, and quality tools from day one. While not necessary, this approach often leads to faster success and higher profit margins. Let me break down a realistic 3K budget. Amazon Professional Account 3 months, $120, GS1 barcode, $30. Initial inventory, you're looking at 500 units, let's say at $4 a product, that is $2,000. Then we have shipping to Amazon, which will cost, let's say, $400. Product research tool for 3 months, which might cost you anywhere from $150. Then the initial PPC advertising, $300. This budget gives you a solid foundation without breaking the bank. Here are some ways to reduce startup costs. Start with lightweight, small product to maximize shipping and storage fees. Focus on evergreen products that sell consistently year-round to avoid seasonal storage surges. You have to think about using Amazon prep services instead of doing it yourself. While there is a per unit cost, it might be cheaper than investing in packaging, supplies, and equipment, but is doable. You can invest in it, one-off investment, and save that cost that you would pay to Amazon. You can repurpose existing equipment like an old laptop for managing your business. You don't need a high-end computer for most Amazon tasks. Learn skills yourself instead of outsourcing everything. Then you create your own product listing, basic photo editing, and keyword research can save hundreds of dollars monthly. Be wary of overpriced coaching or done-for-you stores. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Here's what many cost calculators don't tell you about hidden expenses. Returns, processing fees applies to products with high return rates. Unplanned service fee kick in when your shipment don't meet Amazon packaging requirement. This can add up quickly if you are not careful. International sellers face additional costs. Canada and EU markets have a 3% digital service tax, while UK has 2% DST that Amazon passes on to sellers. Factor this into your pricing if you plan to sell internationally. So let's talk about realistic timelines because this affects your cash flow. About 31% of sellers start with under $500 per month in sales. Building to $1,000+ monthly revenue typically takes a few months, and getting to $10,000-$12,000 may take another 3 to 6 months of consistent effort. New Amazon sellers earn an average annual profit of $30,000 to $100,000 in their first year, but this includes sellers across all experience and investment levels. Your results will depend heavily on your product selection, marketing execution, and available capital. Don't expect immediate profitability. Most successful sellers reinvest profit for the first 6 to 12 months to build inventory depth and launch additional products. And here's my honest recommendation based on helping hundreds of sellers. If you have less than 1,000 available, focus on learning the business through retail arbitrage. First, this gives you hands-on experience with Amazon. systems without risking significant capital. If you have 2,000 to 5,000, you can successfully launch a private label product with proper research and execution. This budget provides enough flexibility to recover from initial mistakes and adjust your strategy accordingly as you go. If you have 10 grand or more, you can launch multiple products simultaneously and invest in quality tools and marketing from day one. This approach typically leads to faster scaling and higher long-term profit. Remember, these are starting costs. Amazon FBA becomes a cash flow business once established. Successful sellers continuously reinvest profit into new inventory and additional product line. The key is being realistic about your budget and goals. Amazon FBA startup cost can range from $500 depending on your strategy and scale, but success depends more on product selection, execution, and persistence than total investment amount. Don't let budget constraints stop you from starting, but also don't underestimate the investment required for meaningful success. Plan for at least 6 months of expense, including living costs, before expecting significant income from Amazon. However, it can happen sooner depending on the product that you select and launch. Your Amazon FBA budget should match your risk tolerance and business goal. Start conservatively, learn the business, and scale up as you gain experience and generate profits. What questions do you have about Amazon FBA startup cost? Are you planning to start with a bootstrap budget or invest more aggressively upfront? Let me know in the comments and I will help you plan your specific situation.